Hey guys, क्या हाल चाल नया दिन नई शुरुआत. So in today's video we are going to be discussing about the hot topics asked in the government examinations and what are the questions that they expect to you. Like I've given 2 to 3 government examinations, so on the basis of those experiences I've created this video and curated all the content that has been commonly asked in these examinations. So let's move on to this content. फर्स्टली देयर हैज बीन क्वेश्चन ऑन लैंथेनॉइड एंड एक्टिनॉइड सीरीज. तो अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि आप 11th 12th से बाहर आ गए हो, देन यू आर इन अ बिग मिसकंसेप्शन because most of the topics were asked from the 11th 12th, right from your thermodynamics to your kinetics, to your FCC BCC, all those topics. So उससे आते हैं इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी, पीरियोडिक टेबल, ग्रुप्स वगैरह. Then there were questions on end point and equivalence point analysis पे आए थे because it was a chemistry based exam. Some exams are chemistry based also. So there have been questions upon titrations, gravimetry, Mohr, Vollard, Fajan, Gay-Lussac. Then on NMR they give examples, like they ask for signals, that which one singlet, doublet, how many signals. S1 and SN2 mostly they asked upon the unimolecular steps or which type of solvents or which kind of nucleophiles, or there have been so many questions that have been asked on tertiary, secondary, primary orders. Then all the laws, Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law, Gay-Lussac's law. So all of these laws, they ask basically the relation. They give you numericals. Like suppose that if there's a constant temperature, so you must know that if it is a constant temperature, it is a Boyle's law. If there's a constant pressure, it's a Charles' law. If there's a constant volume, it's a Gay-Lussac's law. So there are different laws and there are different constants that are kept. So they give you relationships. So in Boyle's law, P is inversely proportional to V. In Charles' law, V is directly proportional to the temperature. In Gay-Lussac's law, the temperature is directly proportional to the pressure. So these kind of questions have been asked. Then hybridization. So sp2, sp3 hybridization, trigonal, planar, tetrahedral geometry, bond angle 109.5 and 120 degrees. Then on alkane alkynes, there have been questions that are asked on basically like many reactions as well, and like how when you're reacting with alkene with KMNO4, reacting alkene with a sulfuric acid, some of those questions. Then the carbon carbon bond length, bond angle is what, order of bond length and all. Acidity basicity, so like adding electron donating groups can increase the basicity, adding electron withdrawing groups can increase the acidity. There are certain exceptions as well, so make sure you have a look upon those as well very carefully. Inductive and mesomeric effect, so that gives you an idea about the plus I minus I effects, which group shows which plus resonance effect and no resonance effect. Then there have been questions on Right to Information Act 2005, DK constant pe there were questions, boiling points, which of them the following, like neopentane, branched and unbranched compounds, they'll give you the examples and have to tell that which one has a boiling point, lower and higher one. Electrophilic, nucleophilic, addition reactions, substitution reactions. Then there have been questions on isomerism, like physical chemical properties based, non-superimposable mirror images. So atropoisomerism, isosterism, enantiomers, mesocompounds, diastereomers, tautomers, geometrical isomers, optical isomers, cistrans, EZ, RS, enanti, all those kind of things. Configurations, absolute and relative configurations, RS. Inert pair effect pe there has been questions, so make sure you go through it. Like defects, there are different defects also asked. So Frenkel's defect, Schottky's defect for cations, anions. So whenever there's a, when you talk about the crystalline substances, there is a lattice. So that lattice energy, that lattice space, void spaces, those are very important. And when there are spaces and defects between for the charged ions, then there have been question on ionic liquids because of their high melting points. There was question on genetic code, platyhelminthes, all those arthropods, nematodes, and then there was question on anemia, which one is incomplete dominance, complete dominance, codominance, those kind of tension, autosomal dominant, pedigree analysis, X-linked dominant, X-linked recessive. Then connecting links. So there are a lot of connecting links if you ask. So Archaeopteryx play, like it's a connecting link between reptiles and birds. So these were the questions that were asked. Then there were questions on chromatography, different kinds of chromatography techniques, gas chromatography, HPLC detectors, injector systems, columns, uh, split injector, Rheodyne injector, C18, C8 columns, temperature programming, all those things, gas chromatography, because peak height and peak area is very important in gas chromatography because it's used for mainly volatile substances like headspace analysis and all. So those questions have been asked. Then besides the non-pharma part or the non-technical part, there were idioms, phrases, grammar, tenses, noun, verb, pronoun, adjective, adverb, active and passive voice, fill in the blanks, complete the statement, or convert it into a present tense, past tense, all those things. And there were questions on the projects and schemes. yojanas, government project, government scheme, various awardees, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Shri, all those. Then the first female to climb on the moon, first men to climb Mount Everest, all those things, you know. Then there were questions on maths, fraction, decimals, addition, deletion, Bodmas rule, direction based. Person is moving 10 meters north, he takes a left, all those questions. Speed, distance, time pe there were questions, train pe, a clock pe there was question, the distance between the hour and a minute, and besides this there were question on puzzles, like what is the replace the question mark, missing the series. Then there were questions on syllogism, Venn diagrams are nothing but like these kind of structures. So interlinks, like if there's anything common, men who are engineers and husbands. So suppose this is men, engineers, husbands, you know. So, or not all men are husbands, not all men are engineers, so there, you know, there's a this thing common link between them. So these kind of questions were asked. Then there were, you know, these are the main questions, analogy based, like ABC is equal to DEF. So PQR will be equivalent to what? So STU. So you know, there were different kind of options that are given. So these kind of things. Next in the series, these kind of questions were asked. It was a good paper altogether, but you need to be very vigilant. Like you need to have your basics and fundamental roots very clear. Like electronegativity. So what is the difference on the acidity? What are the different? Go through 11, 12 books. Trust me, your 11, 12 is very important. So this is it about the important topics. I've started the series. There will be more questions coming up upon the same. So I hope that you will be acquainted and familiarized with more such questions and topics to be remembered. Thank you so much for watching the video.